Hello everyone, I'm Megan Sullivan and welcome to History and Games and welcome to my Let's Play series for Hermes Rescue Mission, published by Allaware and developed by Platinum Games. No, not that Platinum Games, a different Platinum Games. At any rate, I'm super excited to play this game because it is a casual time management game and I love time management games. I'm super excited to play this also because it has to do with one of my favorite Greco-Roman gods, Hermes, the divine messenger god of Olympus. Remember, if you like this series, please like and subscribe to History and Games and leave me a comment in the comment section below. Okay, awesome. So the way I think I'm going to handle this is I'm going to play all 50 levels of Hermes Rescue Mission on hard mode. We're going to make this spicy. And in between levels, I will shout out some cool fun facts about Hermes. So this is a great way to end the month of May, which may actually very well be named after Maya, Hermes' mother. I'm not sure who this is behind Hermes here on the screen. I don't know if it's Maya or another Olympian goddess, but I am looking forward to finding out. So first, let's create a profile. So months ago, I tried this game out after playing a game called The 12 Labors of Hercules, which I think I've actually covered on History and Games. And I remember really liking this game, but I wanted to come back to it so I could actually cover it for History and Games. And so we're going to, actually, you know what? We're going to create a different profile so we can start from the beginning. So the first time I played this game months ago, I just named my character Hermes. But now let's name my character Megara, which is the closest Greek equivalent to my very Celtic name, Megan. And fun fact, both names translate in English to great. Now, whether great like enthusiasm or great like, resignation, I leave it to you to decide. All right, so we're going to be Megara. Also, shout out to Megara from Disney's Hercules. And we're going to play on hard mode. We're going to make this extra spicy. Let's see how well I do. Oh, immediately we've got a cute little cutscene here. And we see Zeus, the king of the gods. We can tell by his white fluffy beard, by his golden wreath on his head, and his just sort of cool, authoritative vibe. And in fact, it says, it was many centuries ago when Zeus created humans. They believed in the gods and brought them gifts, maintaining the power and immortality of entire Olympus. And I love behind Zeus, you can see the beauty of Greece, and you can see this Greek temple behind him. Very cute. But after some time, people started to forget about the help of Olympus and gradually lost their faith. Oh no, he sees Zeus crying. He looks so sad. And next to him, you can tell by her bow, we see Artemis, the virgin goddess of the hunt. And here he has a sword in his left hand. That's interesting. And his red cloak and his helmet. I'm thinking this is Ares, the god of war. Every day the gods were losing their influence and powers, and the abode of the gods was falling into decay. And this was favorable for Hades, the master of darkness and suffering. Many years he survived at the expense of people's fears, and he finally decided to take possession of all human souls. And here we have Hades laughing at all the chaos and destruction, and some sort of Gargamel-esque character behind him. If you've seen the American cartoon Smurfs, you know what I'm talking about. So this is very interesting. The gods decided to stop Hades and send a messenger to the earth. He must help restore people's faith in the gods and save the world from Hades. And I'm thinking that messenger is the divine messenger god to the Greco-Roman pantheon, Hermes. Am I right? I am. This is a very cute image here. And it says, the council of gods chose a reliable messenger. I, Hermes, the demigod. Who else can perform this task better? That's kind of interesting. So it threw me for a minute because I is not capitalized. And I guess Hermes is talking about himself here. Also, he wasn't a demigod, he was a god. But at any rate, it doesn't matter. I love how he's smiling and eager to help because he is very much a helpful god, as we'll talk about later. No one could surpass Hermes in dexterity and cunning. His winged sandals could instantly transport him to any place on Earth. I guess that's Zeus talking? Oh, and now we have the world map, and Hermes says, "Are you ready to follow me on a long and dangerous journey to save Olympus and Great Greece?" Yes, I am. And immediately, I like this image of Hermes. This is kind of the most common depiction of Hermes. He's a young, cute athlete with a big smile on his face. He's very helpful. And we sort of had this depiction of Hermes ever since the classical period of Greece, where he was always portrayed as sort of a athletic, boyish figure. Now, that wasn't always the case. Before that, in what is called the archaic period of Greece, he actually was a more mature, bearded man. And before that, he was quite literally a pile of rocks. And at some point during this Let's Play series, we'll talk about how Hermes went from a pile of rocks to a young athlete with rock-hard abs. So stay tuned for that, kids. But at any rate, let's go ahead and start the game. Here we have Hermes sitting on a column here, just kind of hanging out. It says, click on the level 1 button. May the luck be with us, which is very cute. It's like, may the force be with us, but also luck as in Hermes was known to be a god of luck and fortune. All right, let's click on him. Hermes, what a surprise! It's been a while. Not really sure who this is supposed to be, but that's okay. He's a workman. We can see he has some sort of hammer or mallet. I've come due to a very important task from a very important person. Person? Everyone knows whose errands you run here. Well, this time it's really important. I was chosen to help people, to return them hope and faith in the gods. Do you know anything about recent disasters, floods, monsters, something worse? How about Whitestone Thebes, a city with 1,000 problems? It's spinning out of control. And I feel like this thing about Thebes and a city of like 1,000 problems is kind of lifted from Disney's Hercules. There's a line that Phil says that's similar to that, which is a pretty cute homage to that movie. Level 1. The olive tree is the sacred symbol of Athena. The Greeks believed that you should eat 11 olives to feel their real taste. And then we have a number of tasks that we need to complete. So these are our goals when completing this level. We have to grow the olive grove, we have to restore the Temple of Hera, and save 5 citizens. So here's how time management games work for those who don't know. Usually what you do is you gather resources and then you spend those resources to clear obstacles, repair buildings and different places, and then collect special currency to save people or repair something like, say, Mount Olympus. So this is our starting point here. Here's our little tent, and we have 2 workers so far, and Hermes is chilling here. Now, this game is sort of like the 12 Labors of Hercules. The demigod or god, in this case, can only do special tasks, but they're only tasks that he can especially do. And we'll see what that means as we go along. But let's go ahead and click to continue to get to the tutorial. It says, this is food needed for most game actions. You can collect stone and other resources by clicking on free ones, as in things lying about. And this little ghost dude is saying that. This little ghost dude is kind of appropriate for Hermes, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's go ahead and pick up this piece of cheese. This will give my workers energy to work. And it says now you can remove the crack on the road. You have to spend resources to clear the way further. So now that our little dude has some energy, he's got the energy to repair the road. And that takes time. And the idea is to get through this level as quickly as possible. So we have to click anything that is green. You see this green ring that's moving, and it's letting me know that I can actually click on that. I can also click on this olive tree, which is a replenishing source of food. So if I run out of like random things on the ground, this will replenish automatically. And those olives look really good, by the way. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and click on that. See how it takes time. And the idea is to get through this whole level in the shortest amount of time possible. Let's get some stone. Let's get some food. Let's repair this crack in the road. Olives grow very quickly. Wait a bit to harvest them again. Got some more stone. We're gonna need this stone, this food, and all of this so we can repair this bridge. And we can't repair the stone bridge without at least 2 people and a number of resources. So if I click on this, we actually have all the resources: food, gold, stone, and 2 workers. Let's go ahead and repair that. And when they're finished with that, let's remove this column so we can save these 2 people here, which is kind of the overall goal, which is to help people. We also want to repair this temple. So the quarry works continuously to produce stone. Come back to collect stone from time to time. So we have a lot of stuff we got to sort of keep an eye on. Gold is the main Greek currency. Always have enough to pay workers. I like that she is waving. That sort of gets your attention visually, and there are also sounds. So there's both audio and visual cues to let you know what you can do. There's a lot to keep track of. You see a lot of things on the screen right now. I like the audio design in this game, by the way. It's actually pretty good. An olive grove is a valuable food resource. Plant it on a bed to get fresh and tasty food regularly. All right, let's do that. I like the visuals. They're very charming, by the way. All right, he's gonna repair that, or he's gonna get that out of the way, I should say. He's gonna get some olives. Now we can restore the Temple of Hera. And we can keep saving people, which is fantastic. But we need, what looks like we need more food. Okay. Come on, olive tree. More olives. Oh, it's not quite ready. There it goes. Can actually get this out of the way as well, so we can rescue this dude. Very important. Let's get some more stone, get some more gold and food. We're almost there. Ah, there we go. All right. And now we've restored Hera's temple. That will make the Queen of the Gods very happy. So Hermes didn't do a whole lot right now, but he's just carefully watching over everyone, making sure everything's cool, and we appreciate it. First class restorer. All right, we got a trophy and everything. And look, we have fireworks. We only get 1 star, but we are in hard mode, so I probably should have gone faster, but it was worth taking the extra time to explain Hermes and how to play the game. So, we're a great team and did well. It's time to have a rest. I want to introduce you to my old friend. He's a local trader. I haven't seen him in so long. So, this is a great opportunity to talk about the many jobs that Hermes has. Now, of course, he is famously the Greco-Roman divine messenger god of Mount Olympus. And you can see here in his iconography, his imagery, that he is known for a few things, right? He is known for his winged helmet and sandals. Something we don't see here that's a little surprising, though, is his messenger staff. In Greek, it is called a kirikio, and in Latin/English, because I'm going to say this with an American English accent, he is known to have his caduceus, which is a staff with 2 snakes twined around it. And of course, we see that he is young and athletic looking, which, as I mentioned before, started in sort of the late archaic classical period, and may or may not be tied to the Homeric hymn to Hermes, which talks about him being one of the youngest gods on Olympus. Now, ironically, he might actually technically be one of the oldest gods. And nobody really knew that for sure until 1952, when the script known as Linear B, it's a writing script from the late Bronze Age, was deciphered. And a name in these Linear B tablets found in different parts of Greece, including the Peloponnese, southern Greece, and places like Crete, had a name that sounds very much like Hermes. This deity was usually named in conjunction with a number of female goddesses. And this actually was kind of the way that Hermes was sort of mentioned in different Greek locations or writing. He was always in association with a number of goddesses. So he would have statues in the shrines of different goddesses, which is very interesting. Now, I mentioned that he is a messenger god, but in fact, he was a god that wore many, many hats. He was a messenger god, but also the god of travelers, merchants, thieves, shepherds, athletes, diplomats, orders. But most importantly, he was a god of boundaries. He's a liminal god. And that meant that he had the duality of establishing boundaries, like you can't get past this point, but also would be someone who transgressed boundaries, who broke boundaries. And in fact, any English word with the prefix trans, transition, transfer, transformation, transgression, transaction, etc., is a good way to describe Hermes. He was able to go back and forth between worlds, and he brought two opposite sides together, which is also why he was a god of diplomats. So whenever two sides were involved, he was sort of the balance between them. He sort of brought them together, or he could keep them apart. That is really what Hermes is. He's a liminal god, but he is one of the friendliest gods to humankind. He loves to help humans. That's what we love about Hermes. So let's go ahead and start the second level. Hi, Iphigenius. We decided to visit you. Turns out that the wolves are walking around the town. They have no shame. You can kind of tell that the translator's first language is not English, but it doesn't matter. It's all about communications. We understand what Hermes is trying to say here. And because he is a god of orders and of translators and messengers, he's got his message to us clearly. And Iphigenia says, everyone remembers how cruelly Prometheus was punished for having stolen the fire from Olympus and passed it to Earth. Fearing the same punishment, people stopped lighting fires at the places of offerings to the gods. Therefore, wild wolves are walking around the city and attacking sheep flocks. I'm sure I negotiated with Zeus. Sorry, that's very cute. And I can't have a discount on torches due to the old friendship, can't I? Very cute. Okay, so level 2, we have a central bank of Greece, which has now been set up. I love the design for it. It's got little lightning bolts over it. You see a little dude in the bank with a treasure chest. And it says, it guarantees the safety of your stocks, guarded by Plutos. Which is a little ironic because the bad guy in this game is supposed to be Hades, but Plutos is another name for Hades. Also, I gotta defend Hades here. He's often the bad guy in movies and shows and video games. But in fact, Hades was not seen as evil by the ancient Greeks. He was the king of the underworld. And he didn't have any evil connotation whatsoever. However, the underworld gods were feared by the Greeks. They were worshipped in a totally separate way from the Olympians. And the way that they interacted with these gods of the underworld was very different. And we'll talk about all of that later on. But for now, let's take a look at these tasks. Light the Olympus fires, drive away the wolves, save the citizens. All right, let's take a look here. So here's our starting point. There's a bank. There is an obelisk that needs looks like it needs a torch. Where do we get torch? Oh, probably here, trader's tent. All right. And this is perfectly in line with Hermes' job because he is a god of merchants. In fact, his Roman name, Mercury, might actually be related to the Latin word, which basically means merchandise. Okay, here we go. Wolves are afraid of fire. Buy a torch from a merchant and light the fires on the obelisk. All right, let's go. I'm going to go right to work here. We've only got a limited amount of time because we are playing on hard mode. This is the bank that provides you gold. The banker regularly gives you a certain amount. All right, excellent. So we have replenishing gold. Ooh, I like that wolf howling sound. That's a really good audio design. And here we have a pile of stones. These are the sort of origins of Hermes. It's thought that his name may have its root in the Greek word that meant a pile of stones that were left by travelers at specific points on roads to tell you where you were and how long you had to get to places such as, say, Athens. Now, in the Archaic period, it was a pile of stones, and then it became a wooden pillar, and then a stone pillar starting around the late 6th century BCE. And these stone pillars were called Hermes, and the top of these Hermes, we're going to repair this quarry so we get some stone. We need stone as well as money. Hey, there's more stuff over here. And these stone Hermes had, they're basically simple stone blocks. And the bottom part of it had an erect phallus, which was a sign of fertility. And then the top had a bust of Hermes. And this Hermes was bearded. That was sort of the old way to depict Hermes as a mature bearded man. This is a trader tent. Click on it and select the torch. Yes. All right, let's do that. What did Hermes say? He sounded like Charles Bronson. He's an American actor with a very distinct voice. That was really funny. Okay. So we can go like this now. Go, Charles Bronson Hermes. Go. That is hilarious. All right. There we go. Oh, we're not quite ready to repair this bridge. But Hermes were boundary markers. They could also be used to guard the home, so a Hermes would be left as a boundary marker between the inside and the outside, and Hermes could keep out anything bad and let in anything good. Speaking of good, yay, we already completed the level. We did it. We got fireworks. We lit the torch. We saved the people. Ooh, 3 stars. 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Not bad at all. And there is Hermes, just chilling here. All right, so let's go ahead and play level 3. Ares! Ares! Pick up the phone! Pick up the phone. I like how Hermes has a megaphone. He could just fly up to Olympus, but this is way cuter. Have you fallen from the sky? Who wakes up so early? Precisely. The Earth needs your help. Pack your luggage and get down quickly. I think I've already met our enemies. How dare you? Question mark. I found out the real price of that sword you sold to me and... Wait, who have you met? Hades' bodyguards. They're everywhere here. Hurry up. No time for past quarrels. The end of this world and Olympus is near. All right, so now we've got the god of war getting involved. Hi, Megara. I'm Ares, god of war. Reliable and brave defender. I'm here to help you in hard times. We'll fight together for the peace and prosperity of great Greece. I'm pleasantly surprised that Ares is so friendly. All right, level 3. A new building is available. The Forge of Hephaestus can provide you weapons for battle. Repair the Forge of Hephaestus, repair 2 bridges, drive away Hades' servants. Okay. Oh my gosh, what a mess. Look at all the stuff we have to clear. Chariot of Ares. All right, so I guess Ares is hanging around this area. And I guess we have to collect... Oh, okay, we have to collect these, I guess. Okay. Ready? Go! Whoop. I don't know who was talking just now, and I don't know if that was actually Greek or not. That was kind of weird. All right. Let's keep going, though. Time is money, people. Time is money. And like I said, Hermes is a god of merchants. Ironically, he's also a god of thieves. So again, 2 sides of the same coin is what Hermes represents. He's also god of travelers. We're doing a lot of traveling, god of roads. And his boundary markers, his Hermes, let you know where you were and how far you were from places like, say, Athens. Hermes was very popular in ancient Athens, by the way. In fact, until 1952, when Linear B tablets were translated, it was just assumed he was initially an Attic god, which is the area around Athens. And those stone heaps that were associated with him turned into wooden pillars and stone pillars. And we know that because we have a lot of evidence from the areas around Athens. But there's a whole interesting story about Hermes being a stone heap, but also being related to the god Pan, but not because he was the father of Pan, like tradition would have you believe, but rather because he was a spin-off of Pan. There's a whole story there as well, that hopefully we will get to a bit later. But for now, we're going to try to get rid of these stone heaps so we can rescue some people and get to these enemies. And we're going to have Ares take care of them. Whoop. All right. Whoop. Got all sorts of stuff to do. Gonna pick this up. Hopefully Hermes will be able to... Sorry, Ares will be able to help us out here soon. Oh, we gotta repair this bridge too. Some more fun facts about Hermes. The number associated with him is the number 4. And in fact, Wednesday, which is named after Odin or Woden from Norse mythology and Germanic mythology, actually has a lot in common with Hermes. In fact, I believe one of the Roman authors associated Hermes with Odin. They're both wise tricksters and travelers. And in the Roman days of the week, which started on Sunday, Wednesday, the 4th day of the week, is actually named after Mercury, the Roman name for Hermes. All right, there we go. Look at Ares. Looking him fight. I love his little march. It's super cute. Master of Exile. Very nice. Good job, Ares. All right, we did it. We did a good job. Just 1 star? Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Level 4. Unique opportunity. We can upgrade buildings, and that'll provide us more resources. In the meantime, we got to fight poisonous vines, save the city from a wolf pack, and restore the Temple of Athena. We've got a lot to do. Let's get rid of these Herms. No offense, Hermes. Congratulations, you have the ability to upgrade all production buildings. Click on the query and set the upgrade icon. After some reconstruction, it starts to bring more resources. Great. Here's our Wolfie. Let's clear this bridge out. Let's get some money because somebody just decided to have it lying around. Let's upgrade this quarry. There we go. I love it. We're making good time here. Hermes, of course, is known to be very fast, which is why he's always depicted with wings, either on his sandals or his helmet. Both were represented in Greek iconography. I like the music. It's very simple, but it's very pretty, by the way. All right, we saved those citizens. Oh, Hermes is doing something. And he's using his His staff, I can never say the word. Oh my gosh. It's really not that hard to say caduceus, but I, for some reason, struggle. But he actually used his wand to get rid of those vines, which is great. It's interesting to note that it's not that Hermes has never been in a fight. He famously is a giant slayer. But he usually leaves the fighting to Ares and Athena. War is their province. That's their prerogative. All right, let's upgrade this bank. Fun thing about ancient banking, most valuables were kept safely in temples. And coins were kind of late to the party in ancient Greece. They didn't really come around until, I believe, didn't start getting really popular until the either 7th or 6th century BCE. All right. Yay. Look at all this stuff I gotta get, though. Gold. More money. More gold. Let's get this. Restore the Temple of Athena so that citizens can ask for her help in hard times. Absolutely. We'd love to have Athena's help. Oh, we got money. Always a very good thing. All right. Can we... We need to... What are we missing here? Ah, okay. We've got to repair this bridge. Because we got to repair this to get the flames. All right. I knew there was something I was missing. Let's get these olives. There we go. Now we can do it. There we go. I got some more gold. This is fantastic. Let's restore that. And then we'll have Hermes negotiate for a flame or fire, which we can use to get rid of the wolves. All right, go, Hermes, go. I hear gibberish. All right. All right, now we can light this. And then I think we'll have saved everyone. Yay, we did it. We did the thing. And we got 2 stars. Not bad. Our business is going well. We expelled the wolf pack and restored the famous temple. By helping people, you revive their faith in the gods. The further you go, the stronger their faith becomes. Its quantity is shown here. So here's our faith. Awesome. All right, let's keep going. We're at level 5 now. Once Hercules himself saved the locals from the Nemean lion, but after the invasion of Vandals, his statue was ruined. Can we repair it? It'll remind everyone of the power of Hermes the gods gave him. Wait, what? It'll remind everyone of the power of Hermes the gods gave him. I'm a little confused by that sentence. That's okay, great idea. Resource shortage is no longer a problem. Need to demolish a building and build another one instead? No problem. Repair city roads, repair the statue of Hercules, and save 8 citizens. All right, let's do it. The gods granted you a new skill. Now you can demolish buildings and build other ones instead. Fun fact about the ancient Greeks, sometimes if a building was burned down, they would build on top of it. The Acropolis, on top of the Acropolis, the Parthenon is actually built on an earlier temple to Athena that the ancient Persians burned down during the Second Persian War. It's a quick little fun fact for you. All right, let's get going. So I mentioned little ghost that helps you in the tutorial right here. Demolish the bank and build a quarry instead. The little ghost is appropriate because one of Hermes' main jobs, which was actually a guide of souls. So he would guide the dead to the underworld. And if you were a hero, he'd guide you out of the underworld as well. Winged sandals, just like the ones Hermes has. Collect this bonus. It accelerates your movement on the roads. All right, so it makes everyone just a little bit faster, which is great. That saves us time. Now, usually when you went to the underworld, that was it. You couldn't get out. That was the whole point. And if you tried, the guard dog of the underworld Cerberus would eat you. But every once in a while, demigods who were half immortal, half mortal, were allowed to be guided through the underworld to save someone or fetch something and come back. And this was known in ancient Greek as a katabasis. This is very rarely done. It was frowned upon by the king of the underworld, Hades, and only a few got to do it, namely Hercules, Theseus, and Orpheus. And really the only one who managed to do it fairly successfully with little consequence is Hercules. In fact, there's an interesting story about how Hercules actually had to save the hero Theseus, who got into quite a bit of trouble down in Hades. But that is a different story for a different day. The one common thing with all of these stories that you see on Greek iconography, so like on vases, there are little paintings of some of these heroic adventures of Hercules and other heroes. And you always saw Hermes painted on these vases because his main job was to help guide the heroes. They couldn't get through. No, I am missing something here. Hold on. They couldn't get to and from the underworld without Hermes. But I am messing something up here. We may have to start this level over because I feel like I am missing something very important. I got talking about awesome, fun facts, and I feel like I was supposed to... Oh, you know what? We were supposed to turn this into a quarry. That is what I am missing. That's okay. We're probably not going to get 3 stars, but it happens. It was a lot of fun talking about all the cool ways Hermes helps heroes. All right. No, I want my money back. I still need a bank. There we go. What do we need here? We need weapons. Oh, you know what? This actually needs to be a forge, I think. Let's do that. We've got this. We've got this, fam. All right, we can go ahead and rebuild this. Build this. Whoop, we're not gonna do that. Hurry, everyone, hurry. There's not much time. We gotta do better. All right, we gotta repair the statue of Hercules. What do we need? We need food, and then we need more. All right, let's hurry. Hurry, 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 hurry. All right. Got some more food over here. Yay! All right. I can actually upgrade this. That's good. There we go. So we can have Hermes take on this plant monster. Go ahead and grab some more of that. And that. And we still need more of that. Come on. Everybody hurry. There's Charles Bronson Hermes again. That is hilarious. All right, we're doing well. Some more olives. Fun fact about Hermes that you may not know. One of his sacred trees was the strawberry tree and also the palm tree. All right. Can repair this, and I think we're good to go. We have one more citizen. Oh, we still haven't repaired this. I thought we did. We did not. All right. All right, we're definitely not getting 3 stars for this one. That's okay. That's okay. We can always come back and redo this one later when we feel a little more confident. Got this. Oh, there's the quarry. Where's the quarry? There we are. We did it. We did the thing, you guys. I'm proud. You can see the statue. Yay! All right. Whoop. Well, it's too late to grab that now. Yeah, we didn't get any stars. All right, let's do one more round for level 6. Bats. Hades is having fun, I see. As well as this branded water sprouts. They can drag the soul of anyone who comes too close. I assume down to Hades. The soul of any mortal, according to the mythology textbook. And since we are gods, we can check it. Okay, that's very cute. You first, then. Zeus remembers about you. Feel the power of God. For a while. So we have to eliminate water sprouts, free the city from bats, repair roads across the river, and drive away Hades' servants. All right. See if we can go a little faster this time. It's all about speed and luck, and let's hope Hermes' luck is with us. Let's also repair these 2 different important places. All right. We need weapons to fight the bats, so yeah. And we need an Ares. Where is Ares? Only Hermes can risk and eliminate the water sprout. Be sure he will succeed. Okay, go! All right, we can update this, and we can update this, or upgrade, I should say. All right, we can repair this. Oh, we have to repair Ares' chariot. No wonder I couldn't find him. All right, and Zeus is going to help us. He's going to get rid of obstacles. Okay. There's all sorts of obstacles he can help us with. Well, let's have him help with this one. Okay. Oh, no. They want me to specifically do this one. That's fine. All right. Wait until Zeus changes the bonus with his power so you can... Charges the bonus with his power so you can use it again. Okay. We will wait. The bats broke free. All right. Go, Ares. Get the bats. All right. We get some more weapons for him. Now we're cooking. Now I've got all the amazing stuff. Food. I love the time management games. They're so fun and addicting. All right, let's repair this. Oh, that's because we have to get rid of that. We'll upgrade this as well. Okay. All right. Awesome. Awesome. What do we need? Grove. Bank, quarry, forge. What are the least of? Probably a quarry, I guess. Probably regret that. I might have to redo that as a bank, but that's okay. I'll just upgrade all of this. We've got it. Here. There we go. Sorry. Let's see. No, we need to... Can you move? Move that. Okay. Alright, we need more food. There we go. Okay. Ares can go kick that guy's butt. Excellent. There we go. All right, now we can get that water sprout. Need some more food. All right, now we can finally repair that bridge. That's what I was looking for. Get some more goodies here. All right. Just need a little more food. Weapons. All right, try to get rid of this dude. Go on. Alright, actually, he can go do this dude. What do we need here? Food, I think. Alright. Alright. Let's see. Get that. That. Oh, we can build an olive grove. I didn't even see that. Alright. Go. Like a Hermes, I just like his little idle animation. He's just sort of like bouncing his feet. There you go, thank you. Alright, money. Him. Here we go. Where are the other bats? I just saw them. Where's Hades' other? Oh, he's just sitting. He's just like right there in my face. Okay. Now we get rid of him. Okay, we did it. Hey, we got 2 stars. Not bad, all things considered. Probably could have gotten 3 if I had seen a couple things. When strengthening the faith in the gods, you can spend it on the revival of Olympus. You've accumulated enough faith. Don't forget to revive Olympus, thereby increasing the power of all the gods. Go to the Olympus section. And there we go. We have a stairway to heaven. Okay. What are we on? Level 7? All right. Got a few minutes left. Let's do it. Troubles from the underworld. Giant crabs for dinner from the brave Ares. Deal with giant crabs, save citizens, and clear the way to the upper city. Ooh, this is a tough one. We've got like 2 layers here. So we have to go around. Okay. It's definitely going to be a trickier one. So, ready, go! Okay. Let's go ahead and start clearing all these passages out. Alright. There we go. Got 2 different roads we can sort of clear out here, so it's going to be interesting trying to coordinate this. Okay, what is this? It doesn't say. Okay. Let's do a query here. Are we supposed to grow? Oh, grow grove. Okay, I wanted me to specifically grow grove. Never mind. And we can upgrade this one. It's very confusing. Did it want me to do that? Well, I can always demolish that if I'm wrong. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Time is of the essence. We can't overthink this. Can't overthink this. Just gotta pick things up and clear them out and go. Alright, we need Ares. Ah! Where's Ares? Oh, he's over here! Okay. We gotta help him with this. Alright. We need to build a forge so that we can get the weapons for Ares. Need to level this quarry up. Everybody hurry. We found the winged sandals of Hermes. That's great. Yes, go, 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 go. There he is. There's our boy. All right. All right. Gotta get this. What else do we need? We need money. We need money. Thought I already upgraded this. You know what? Let's demolish this and turn it into a bank. We need money. I thought that was probably what we're gonna have to do. No? Alright. Alright. Money, money, money. Alright. Got that. Hurry. The giant crabs are going to eat everybody. Yeah, this bank sure is taking its time. Let's go. There we go. Actually send it out to do both of those things. Alright. Now we save these citizens. That's great. Let's get everyone to go on the double. Okay, and we can now repair this. Pick these things up as well. Alright, pick that up. We can repair that bridge. Is there anything here? No. Okay. Let's get this gold. Let's get this food. Let's get this. Let's get that. Let's clear the way. Ooh, left some grapes on the side of the road. Hurry, everyone. All right. I think we're doing well, guys. I think we're doing well. Just keep going. Oh, we're almost to the end of the road. We're almost there. We're almost there. Whoop. Got some gold. You know what? I forgot that we could have Zeus help us with things. I totally forgot that. Whoops. All right. We got to get used to all the things that we can do. That's okay. It happens. You know this is a live taping. Because I kind of forgot about that. Next time we'll do better. Next time we'll do better. If we only get 1 or 2 stars, next time we'll get 3. Because we'll remember that. Come on. Yeah, we did it. Still pretty fast, though. I think it was still pretty fast time. Yeah, we only got 1 star, but that's my bad. I forgot we could move things. All right. So I'm glad Ares helps me. So as you, what would I do without you? And this is only the beginning. Who knows what lies ahead? And I think that's a great place to stop this very first Let's Play series for Hermes Rescue Mission. Remember, if you liked this video, please let me know in the comment section below, and please give this channel a like and subscribe. I super appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you later.